All right, everybody, welcome to Southern Diecast Challenge. Today's rip and race will be this HW Race Team 5-pack. We'll see if they're fast or not. One I'm most interested in is the Camaro and maybe this fantasy car down here. That's the two I'm most interested in. Oh, yeah, the dragsters. I brought the dragsters over because at the end, we're going to race these. And if you follow the series, then you already know who's the fastest out of this bunch. We'll do that at the end. I've already been racing a few cars, so we got the lights and everything on. And I've even got up the whiteboard. Now the whiteboard is for recording the best times, which will be the fastest, and the date in which they were set and by what car. So far, the faster than ever car holds the title. 1.939. That's why he is the king. There's the king on the throne. Our gatekeeper from the top 10. Got to get past one of these Corvettes if you're going to even think about challenging the top 10. So right now, we'll start out with the race truck. How's that? Look at that. Step side too. Great graphics. Nice looking wheels. What's the sound on the bottom of this one? F-150 SVT Lightning. Okay. I'm going to call this a Lightning. We're going to try it out. Here we go, folks. HW Race Team. As you see, my gatekeepers, they usually run about a 2-second. Truck got a 214. Probably just needs to warm up a little bit. We're going to take them back over here. Switch the lanes. We'll give that truck about 3 shots. How's that? See how it does. We're still trailing behind that Corvette running 199.4. Tell you, ain't messing around with these 80s vets. There's the other gatekeeper right there. They run about the same time. Let's give this truck one more shot. Then we'll get us another so-called dummy car to run against this HW Race Team. Come on, truck, show us something. No, you just can't hang with the vet. 215 is not too impressive, so the truck will move to the not so impressed pile. Not counting these two. We'll take the gatekeeper, give him a rest. Let's grab this little Lotus right here. I've been trading with the grandkids, and I got this Lotus off of them because just like this body style. Reminds me of Rocky Part 2 or Part 3. I can't remember which one. So we'll grab that Lotus there. That'll be our dummy car. Let's go for this wild looking car. This open wheel roadster. Check this thing. Let's see. Split the axles of the Lightning, man. I hear you. Hey, y'all, thanks for showing up today. It don't really say what model this one is, but we'll race it against the Lotus. Father Son Diecast, thanks for joining in, all right? Appreciate that. And Jose Lobo, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. All right, here we go. Let's see what kind of time that little Lotus can get. It's a oldie but a goodie. Oh, okay. I can deal with that. Lotus got a 214. That wild looking race car got a 213. Not too bad. Hope everybody's doing well today. We're going to run them again. You know, I like to run my cars 2 or 3 times so I can get a true time out of them because when they're new, they need to break in a little bit. Oh, he got hung up. He got hung up. Well, you know, things happen on the live, that's for sure. Let's restart him and give him a chance. He got hung up. Sure did. Oh, that's it. I picked that set up just this past weekend. That big yard sale situation we have in town called a jockey lot. Let's let these cars run again. But yeah, I paid a little bit of a premium for that little Debbie set, but I really like it. Here we go. $210's not too bad. Lotus running a 215. I think it's going to need the juice eventually. Now, when I talk about the juice, this is what I'm talking about. I get this up into the axles and I get a lot better times out of the cars. This one hasn't been juiced yet. I just wanted to see what it would do beforehand. We'll run this open wheel racer one more time, but a 210, that's respectable. I don't think it can get in the top 20 like that. It's going to have to get faster, but it don't have much weight to it. It's very light, plastic body. Hung up again. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt though. There we go. We'll just give it the benefit of the doubt on that one. Put the Lotus here. This car is just so light. Might be one of them I trade the grandkids off for. We'll put it over here in the not so impressed pile. What you think, everybody? Go for the Daytona next. Daytona Charger. A lot of people like this casting. Sure do. I've got one out of another 5-pack sitting right there. It's actually got a bent axle in the front. Come out the package like that. I was very disappointed. So for this car, let's get the BMW. BMW I got from the grandkids. We trade quite a bit. I'll test their cars and see which ones are not rolling good and which ones do. And the ones that's really fast come see me. And the slower ones go to them. So they all the time get new cars. See how the Daytona does. First shot. 215. BMW ran a 204. We'll set them up again. 215 is pretty good for a new car, but it's going to have to get faster than that. It can't even break into my top 30 like that. It's got to get faster. Yeah. Kind of like the other Daytona I got sitting over there. It's on the slow side right out of the box. All right, one more shot and then we'll move on. Switch the lanes again. We'll set them off. Come on, Daytona, give us a good time. Well, one thing's for sure. This car and the BMW are very consistent. Very, very consistent. So I'm going to sit him right there. We'll keep the Beamer. And we'll go for this fantasy car that's in the 5-pack. Let's take a look at this. Really nice for the bodywork. Really nice for the wheels. What's this one say on the bottom? High-Tech Missile. It's called High-Tech Missile. So, let's put it against the BMW. Father-son diecast. That's a cool casting for sure. Yeah, you talking about the Daytona? Everybody loves the Daytona. I'm a Camaro and Firebird fan myself. My personal collection of Camaros and Firebirds is rather large. Hey, now we got something. These fantasy cars, sometimes they will run like the scalded dog out the box. It just beat the Beamer with a 203. That's impressive. Let's run them again. Straight out of the box, a 203. That's awesome. Considering I base most of my times off a 2-second run or less, just to get in the top 30. $203. That is a solid time. Solid time. No doubt. And the BMW got a 204, as consistent as can be. We'll give it a rest. This fantasy car is going to come over here. Like I said, at the end of this, we'll get these dragsters out and we'll pair them up. But for now, we'll grab this Nissan. I forget if this is a Silvia or... Oh, it's just a GTR. It's Nissan GTR. And my favorite of all, always the Camaros are my favorite. Born and raised that way. Taillights are not painted in, but the rest of it's really nice. Really nice. All right. Let's put it up against the Nissan, see what it'll do. What y'all think, everybody? Think Nissan's going to win? Or do you think the Camaro is going to win? Can anybody guess? I really like my Camaros, but I think the Nissan's going to whoop its tail. Yeah, there you go, father-son. Diecast GTR, yeah. That's the same way I feel, too, because I've seen it run on this track, so I know what it'll do. Uh-oh. Well, look at there. Camaro out the box gets a 2-second run to the GTR's 202. That is impressive. I finally have a Camaro that I can brag about. Let's set him up again. I really like the fact that car run a 2-second run right out the box. Love that. Hot Wheels got it right. American Muscle for the win. You got that right. Father-son diecast. $201, that's pretty solid. GTR still ran a 202. I mean, you can't count the GTR out. Not bad at all. Not bad little run. We'll go one more time, and then we'll get the dragsters out. Here we go, folks. Round 3 between these two. Very impressed with the Camaro. Yep, I did. Sure enough, I got this 5-pack new because I waited until I got a second one before I would open it because of the Charger Daytona being in there with the Camaro and that Ford Lightning. That's going to drive up the price of that 5-pack, so I wouldn't open it until I got a second one. You know what I mean? That way, I got one in the collection, I got one open, and I got the cars open. So, like in this Camaro's case, I got one that's good and fast. Right out the box. That's the way I like it. And there it comes again. 2-second run again by the Camaro. GTR is consistent. It is consistent. 203 is not good enough to tackle on the top 10 for the GTR, but they're good test cars. The GTR and the BMW, excellent test cars. This Camaro I am impressed with. So the Camaro is going to go over here with the other cars that is waiting to be placed, including this one. I got used in a deal where I bought 91 loose cars and 44 still in the pack from at least 10 years ago. Them carded cars are very old. To me, they are 10 years old. But all these cars are waiting to get placed. My favorite out of all these has to be this one. This Thunderbird. I remember this one in my younger days. I think my cousin Paul, Small Paul, I believe he had one of these in his collection that he played with when he was little, and that's why I remember it. But yeah, that car and that truck was in that deal with the 91 that was already open. But I'm going to shoot a video on the ones that were open and all the cars that are carded, because we've looked up the value of the ones that's carded. But for right now, we're going to get out some dragsters, folks. Let's grab these two right here. After all, that's what drag racing's all about. It's funny cars, right? In the end, the funny cars should be the fastest. Father-son diecast says, man, I haven't seen it yet. Hey, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that for sure. I've been finding that one in Family Dollar, but I'm in South Carolina, so sometimes we get stuff before others do, but I got it on the download that California gets them before anybody does. And sometimes Canada. But, you know. See what kind of times we get. 205 and a 206. Oh, you can tell I'm in South Carolina? Yes, sir. I got it posted to the thing. Plus, I got that Carolina twang, I guess you could say. 205 to a 206. We'll run them again. Why not? We're here. We're live. We're having a good time. Let's set them up again. Here we go. A blue dragster. Well, both of them. They're consistent. 205, 206. They're consistent. And I'm mainly getting into the drag cars because I have that 6-lane dragway made by Hot Wheels. Big 8-foot long dude. I get it out sometimes. That's why mainly I got into the dragsters. Now, not too long ago, we went to a toy show in Hickory, and I found this dragster, which is the old school. It's heavy. I went there specifically looking for these kind of old school dragsters, and I bought this one for $2, believe it or not. And then in that deal, the 91 loose cars and the 44 in the card, lo and behold, there was one of these in there. So you can tell the older one because it's got a chip in the paint right there. But I already know what it'll do because I've already been playing with it, of course. But the next one will be the newer Bonneville that I just opened. And this Mustang, Mustang Treasure Hunt. Mustang funny car. Oh, you got a buddy's got a similar accent. Well, cool. Awesome, dude. We like having friends everywhere, really. It's better off that way. Different people know different things. Here we go with more funny car action. Oh, we got a 199, folks. 199. That's not quite the kind of time for the whiteboard, but hey, you never know. After it warms up, it can start running faster. But I guess there's a reason that car is a treasure hunt. Because it hunts for the best time. Ha ha. I know, right? I just made it funny. Let's set these cars back up before we move on. Here we go. Mustang in the near lane. Oh, it is definitely getting warmed up. A 198. Look at that. 198 is a great time. Unfortunately, my Bonneville car is only doing a 207, sometimes a 205. So we'll put these back in the parking lot. Move on to the next two. Yeah, I'm going to save the Hershey's car for last because anybody that knows anything about these Hot Wheels and when we drag race them, they know about that Hershey's car. Took me a couple months to find one. Luckily, I got it straight out of the pack, so I know it was fresh. Yeah, Father Son 198. I'm telling you. That treasure hunt car, it's got some power. Here we go with the next two. We got a 195 and a 196. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to have to get out my scale next time so we can check how much they weigh. I don't have the batteries for the scale right this second. We're going to set these cars up again because sometimes weight plays a role in how fast the time it gets. Go rolling downhill, of course. Here we go. $195 and a $196. They are consistent. You got to give them that much. They are consistent. Yeah, this is supposedly the funny car. The Firebird. Pretty nice. 195 is pretty nice as well. So really, this one should be next to the Hershey's car. The Bonneville sit right here. Now for the treat. Everybody who's anybody knows about the Hershey's car. Pretty sure I gave $4 for the Hershey's car. Still in the pack. And I was more than happy to get home and open it up just for this purpose right here. Let's see what kind of time the Hershey's car gets today. Cha-ching! 194 to a 195. Like I was saying, these Hershey cars, anybody who follows any of these different shows around, the different racing, like Elevation Diecast, everybody knows about that car right there. And that's straight out of the pack. It's had no oil, no nothing. 1949. Here we go, one more time, y'all. $195 to $1956. That is awesome. That is awesome. Very, very awesome. Hershey's car got beat for once. Well, then that means they're kind of tied. That means we need to do it again, right? Yep. That means we need to do it again because both of them have one win. So we got to settle this. This may change the number one position for the dragsters. I didn't expect that today. There we go. Nope. Hershey's car answered. And it said, no, I'm the best. Thank you very much. That's why I'm on the top. Now, just for reference, if y'all follow the show, then y'all know that this rack here handles the top 10. And this is the top 5. This King, was it King Cuda? This King Cuda right here, straight out of the pack. No work, no oil, no dust, no nothing. Climbed all the way up to the second spot. Let's borrow the King. Now the King is a faster than ever Lotus. So you know it's got the special axles and wheels. I was amazed with this car. And it's also not been no dust, no oil, no nothing. Straight out of the pack. That Lotus whooped on every car I had. Let's see how it does today. See if the King is feeling good. I say the King is feeling good because the King just beat his own time. 1939, that's a 1930. Yeah. So, we got to go over here to the whiteboard, y'all. Get this top off. The Lotus of Spirit. Got a 1930. And I believe today is the 17th. I'll double check the date, but y'all see me writing it down, so. Faster than ever car, beating its own time. If it ever starts cracking the 192s, I don't know what I'll do with it. But a 1930, of course, a 197 out of the King Cuda is not a bad time at all. Not a bad time for a King Cuda. Being your average $1.25 car, not bad. Let's run them again. You know, I like to watch them race. Here we go. That's just your standard run right there, 194 to a 197. I'm sure glad I was running this car, this Lotus, during a live, so I can prove that sucker hit a 193. It's just proving, once again, why it is the King. We'll race the Queen in a second. You might be surprised what kind of car she is and where it came from. Here come out Lotus. 195. Cuda got a little slower, 197. Got to expect that. It's a little humid in this room today. We'll put the Cuda back over there. We'll borrow the Queen for a few minutes. Now the Queen is a Catwoman car that came from a Batman set. that my wife had, and I thought she didn't want the Batman set, so I opened it up and I started racing them. And I got mad because of how fast this car climbed up the top 10 and knocked out a bunch of cars that I liked that was in the top 5. So we'll put the Lotus over here and the Catwoman. This is first and second place car of all the cars that I race. $194 and a $195. Catwoman's proving why she is there, why she is also on the throne. She is protecting her spot. She's running right with him. One more time, folks. One more time. Here we go. First place car and second place car out of all my cars. Ones that I race anyways. Solid 194 from the King. I expect nothing less. The King can run, I tell you. If you're also a racer and you're looking for some fast cars, don't count out the Night Burners that have these Mustangs in them. Because I opened up another set and got this maroon one. It's just like the blue one, of course. We'll run this one against the King. I'll show you what kind of times the Mustang gets and why it's in the top 10. $195 to a $199. $199 is not too bad for this Mustang. It also has had no dust, no grease, no nothing. Straight out of the box, running solid time. That's why this little red Mustang and the blue one both are in the top 10. You got to race to get there. Can't just have it handed to you. 195 in a 2-second run out of the Mustang. Yeah, these Mustangs out of the Night Burner set, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Let's go back to its little spot. Now, I did a little short video on this Ford Transit. Earlier, I released that video. So you might want to go watch it. Because just today, I realized there's a tiger on the side of it. That's pretty cool. Because Clemson Tiger University is very close to me. So a tiger, that's pretty cool. But go check out that short on that little Ford Transit van. Yeah, like I said, these cars are waiting to get placed. They're pretty decent. This one I bought new in the pack. I was looking out for it because the grandkids have one, and it ran really, really well and has really good axles on it. Let's race these two, all right? Before we end this show, let's race a couple of newbies. Give them some credit. Oh, they running. They running. I think this is like either a Ford or a Chevy sedan. I don't know which one. Y'all know what that is? Y'all know if that's a Ford or a Chevy sedan? It don't say on the bottom. So I'm just guessing. But a 202 is good, and a 203 out of this rescue truck. Looks like it's from the 90s. It was one of those that was open in that 91 loose car deal. I really liked it, so it became mine. And obviously, it runs good. Because here it comes again. $202. That's why both of these are waiting to get placed. 205 is not that impressive, but a 202, yeah, this truck is gonna wait to get placed up in the top 30 somewhere. I'm really impressed with that Camaro out of that HW race team. That's awesome. It did so well. We'll take a look at the rest of the tiers. I've been kind of cleaning them out. This is tier 5, and the car is just here. This Chevrolet truck is the gatekeeper for tier 5. All of these cars raced to be here, but did not have a quick enough time to get up to the 4th tier. This Ford Mustang and that Chevy Camaro are the gatekeepers for the 4th tier. There's my favorite body style Camaro right there. There's 2 of them. And that Mazda drift car is pretty fast, right out of the bag, or right out of the pack. Ram Charger was pretty nice. I gave that one the juice, made it faster, so. And up here is the 3rd tier. Now the 3rd tier gatekeeper is another 80s Corvette that is really quick. Oh, what you know? Another one of my favorite body style Camaros. Up here in the 3rd tier, we got some pretty fast cars, including a 43 car and an El Camino. Now up in the 2nd tier, these are the cars that got outran out of the top 10. This Corvette right here is the gatekeeper for the 2nd tier. All of these are sitting in the 2nd tier right now, including that Oldsmobile wagon that is a Matchbox. That car really surprised me. Matter of fact, we're doing a live. We'll do this right now. I'm gonna show y'all. And this van right here, this race team van, awesome. Let's see, Father Son Diecast, do you got any drag buses? No, I don't have any drag buses. I haven't really got into those yet. I've been seeing them around. When I get done collecting dragsters and funny cars, that's a good idea. Get some buses. Let's see what these 2 will do. Look at that race team van. That's why it's in the 2nd tier. 2-second run. Oldsmobile ran so fast he flipped at the end. But it's a Matchbox. And I'm crazy about an Oldsmobile Cutlass, especially with 2 dogs in the back. We ran a 201. That is awesome. For a Matchbox to run that fast on this track, oh yeah. And if you were here in person, you would hear this little whine it has that comes from the tires. It's got a funny little whine to it. Let's run them again. But this is why these cars are up in tier number 2. Because they can run. Look at that van go. Another solid 2-second run by the van. I'm glad the Oldsmobile is not a challenger today, because it would get knocked out of the top. It get knocked out of the top 20 quick. Glad it's not a challenger today. That van is running. Oh, Father Son Diecast. I heard the whine. Yeah, that is wild, isn't it? That's what this one does. It's got a little tread on the edges, it looks like. Yeah, little tread on the edges right there. Makes it whine a little bit. But what a good looking station wagon. Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser. Of course, I would prefer a 2-door. But any of them you find these days is rusted out really bad. So I'm about to give up on that dream. This is a Target exclusive I found at Walmart by accident. If you're familiar with the Alfa Romeos, I like this body style a lot. The details of this little black car is just awesome. I believe the other 2 colors are white, gray, and red. So I think the black one is probably the last one. But the red one is pretty fast. My grandkids even have one of these Alfa Romeos. Not only does it look good, but it's fast because it's up here in the 2nd tier. And so is my favorite body style Camaro. Oh yeah, 79 to 81. But that's the 2nd tier. And this is the ones sitting in my top 10, including the El Segundo, the Mustang we talked about earlier. And there's the black SVO Mustang that not only likes to run fast on this track, but the 6 lane as well. Got that Nissan Silvia, pretty quick. Oh, look at her. Another Camaro Z28. We got the Riddler and the Batman car. Those two down there, not quite as fast as these others at the top of the tier, but oh, that's really nice. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That's what I do. Oh, this is another 5-pack that I have. I informed the wife I will not be opening this one because of that 510 wagon in there. That car right there. That's the reason I will not open this set. It's another Night Burners. That's a nice Porsche though. That bronze color. I believe that's a Viper. But that 510 wagon, I'd like to get it out and race it, but I feel that this 5-pack is going to be worth a good little bit in the future. So I'm not going to do that. Alrighty, before we end this live, I'm going to show y'all a little something, a little teaser, okay? This teaser is about that deal I spoke of earlier where I got the 91 cars loose and the 44 in a card. I'm going to shoot that video in just a little while after I eat dinner. Yeah, I know. I like that set too. Little Debbie got a snack for everybody, don't you know? But anyways, those cars are all in here. So here's a little teaser. You know, I'm a Camaro and Firebird fan. This is going straight to my collection. No doubt about it. Even though it's plain Jane, it's still going to that collection. The rest of the cars are in here. So let's do a little teaser. And the video will be out tomorrow. Oh, that's a teaser right there. Oh, that's a teaser right there. Hey, y'all, don't forget to tell your friends and neighbors about the show. Don't forget to press that like button. Make sure you subscribe, purdy please, purdy please. Thanks for watching the live. And I will see y'all soon. Be looking out for that video tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Glad you had fun, Father Son Diecast. I did too. Thanks for stopping in, brother.